Welcome back. Right now on Capitol Hill, the House Budget Committee is meeting to finalize the so-called Big Beautiful Bill. This is the legislative package that will deliver President Trump's domestic priorities, but questions remain over if this bill has the votes to advance from here. The proposed bill includes cuts to Medicaid and food stamps and it's part of an effort to slash spending by $880 billion to help pay for tax cuts. But there's still hardline conservatives who say the spending cuts don't go far enough.
Frankly, there is a strong divide between Republicans and some other Republicans. I can speak at least as to why it is every Democratic member will be voting no on the bill for billionaires. Simply put, besides all of the other important issues involved in this bill, this is the overarching truth. It is the biggest tax cuts for billionaires in American history, paid for by throwing 13.7 million Americans off their health care coverage.
This bill is a clear fulfillment of our promise to change the way Washington operates. For the first time in years, we're delivering real, measurable reductions in federal spending, $1.5 trillion in direct savings.
Our Nikole Killion, just moments ago, she caught up with the Republican House Majority Leader, digging for clarity on where things stand. Here's what he had to say.
Congressman Roy and Norman, they feel that this committee should recess. I mean, I know you want to see it get out of committee, but do you think that makes sense since you're still working through some items?
What they want to see is progress and get answers on some of the questions and expedite the timelines. You know, look, we're all in agreement on the reforms we want to make. We want to have work requirements. We want to phase out a lot of these green subsidies. You know, how quickly can you get it done? And it's not as quickly as saying you just turn it off tomorrow. Some things the administration does have to actually create a process to implement it, and we want to make sure that the Trump administration has the time they need while pushing them as fast as possible. So those are the conversations we're having.
All right, let's get to CBS News congressional correspondent Nikole Killion. Nikole, thank you for making time for us today. I can see it's a very busy day out there, but a lot of moving parts here. So what exactly is the latest?
Yeah, that's right. Well, obviously, the Budget Committee continues to meet just on the other side of these doors here, and they are trying to assemble this reconciliation package and get it ready for a vote next week. You know, we saw all these different committees work on their respective portions. Well, the Budget Committee is kind of charged with tying all those pieces together into a nice, neat bow, except it's not so nice and it's not so neat, and that basically is what the issue is right now. So you heard Majority Leader Scalise there say, look, we're trying to work through some of the concerns some of our members have, most notably from some of these hardline conservatives, members of the House Freedom Caucus, who feel some of these cuts don't go far enough. For instance, they would like to see some of these work requirements for Medicaid phased in earlier. Right now, they wouldn't be phased in until 2029. There's also some concerns about some of the energy tax credits that may be rolled back, among other things. And then there continues to be this issue of the state and local tax deduction. There are another group of Republicans that are pushing for a higher cap on those deductions, but for conservatives, they have a lot of concerns about how that's going to be paid for. So there's a lot of back and forth and horse trading that still continues at this time. And this is Congressman Ralph Norman, who's walking right next to me, who we spoke to multiple times today. He's been in and out of these Budget Committee meetings, but he told me that he needs to see some guarantees on paper before he is prepared to go back into that Budget Committee room and support the bill. So obviously leadership doesn't want this bill to tank. That's why they continue to have these discussions, but it's not clear what the fate of this package may be if it goes down.
Oof. And Nikole, do Democrats have any power in these negotiations?
I mean, this is really a Republican bill. It has been from the outset. You know, this is the president's so-called big, beautiful bill. It contains all of his legislative priorities, from securing the border to promoting energy independence. It extends his tax cuts. It raises the debt limit. And while there are some components that maybe Democrats could stomach, by and large, they remain vehemently opposed to this package, really because of all of these cuts. They argue all of these cuts that are being made to Medicaid, to to SNAP and other programs are simply going to be used to fund tax cuts, in their view, for the wealthy, to fund this extension of the president's tax cuts. So that's why they are unwilling to support it. So they basically are going through the motions in this budget committee meeting. And some of the past committee meetings, they offered up amendments to try to improve the bill, to try to change the bill, but mostly were unsuccessful. They can't really do that here in the budget committee, so they're just kind of going through the motions. As I said, it really comes down to Republicans and making sure they have the votes not only within this committee but within their conference to get this over the finish line, especially by Memorial Day, which is what the Speaker has long been pushing for.
Right, and speaking of House Speaker Mike Johnson, we heard from him just yesterday. What's his confidence level that this bill has the votes to land on the president's desk?
Well, he is trying to get his members to yes. I mean, that is what today is all about. That's why the majority leader, he doesn't often show up at committee meetings that are supposed to be pretty routine and mundane. But again, as you heard him say earlier, you know, he is trying to work through these concerns as best he can, because they can't have this package fail in committee because they need it to move to the floor next week. So it has to get out. Now, what some of these conservatives are calling for is, look, let's recess, let's put a pause on these proceedings. And as you heard Congressman Norman tell me earlier, and as I mentioned, you know, his argument is, let's get some of these guarantees in writing, and then we can talk about having a vote in this committee. But again, you know, it's really up to Republicans to try to nail their own members down. And so that's really what leadership is doing. The Speaker already warned some of these negotiations could continue into the weekend.
Okay, Nikole Killion, busy day on Capitol Hill today. Thank you so much for joining us on 24/7.